Hi there, my name's Andy Hillier, and today's guitar lesson is going to be on the classic track At Last. It was originally written by Mack, Gordon and Harry Warren for Sun Valley Serenade, but we all know it from the Etta James version, beautiful version of the song. I've done a full playthrough, so if you want to hear what it sounds like guitar only, check that out. I'll leave a link in the description and a card above. But I'm going to teach you the whole of the song, all the chords. But just before I do, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, press the notifications, leave me some comments in the comment section, and if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want the tabs for this, or the music for this, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning. Okay, so the intro sounds like this. Okay, so to play that, we've got an F chord, first finger barred across all the strings on the first fret, second finger G2, third finger A3, little finger D3. So 2 beats on these. I haven't written out rhythms, you can add your rhythms in, I've just written where the chords go. So F, then it's kind of like an F7 over A, where we play the open A string. We've got D1, G2, and B1. I only play the middle 4 strings. It's kind of like an A diminished chord as well. We then go to a B flat chord, which is first finger A1, third finger across D, G and the B strings at the 3rd fret. We then have a B diminished 7th chord, which is your first finger G1, second finger A2, third finger D3, little finger on B3. So B diminished 7th. We're then going to play an F over C, which is just an F chord, but you've got the C in the bass. So A3, D3, G2, and B1. And then we go to this next chord. I didn't really know what to call this. It's kind of acting like a D7 flat 9, but it hasn't got the 3rd in there. So second finger on A5, second finger G5, first finger on B4, muting off the A string. Okay, then into bar 4, we've got a D flat 7 chord, first finger B2, second finger on the D3, third finger A4, little finger on G4, middle 4 strings. And then you could just move down a fret to C7, but I've done it as this C9 chord, just to make things confusing. You could just play a C9 down here, but I've chosen to put it up here. It sounded closer to the track. Little finger E8, third finger on B8, first finger on G7, second finger on D8. And then if you want to, you can add your thumb over the top and play the root on the C, which is E8, but you could just keep the top bit if you want as well, or like I say, play it down there. Okay, so let's put the intro together. Here we go. 3, 4. And then on that last chord, it goes a little bit longer than just 2 beats. Okay, on to the next line. So this is the verse. The first 8 bars of the verse sound like this. Okay, so to play that F, we already know that. D minor 7, first finger barred on the A from the A string at the 5th fret. Second finger B6, third finger D7, middle 4 strings. Then G minor 7, third finger across D, G and the B strings at the 3rd fret, second finger E3. We then have a C7 but with a sharp 5. Sounds a bit strange? Mysterious. First finger barred from the A string at the 3rd fret, second finger on the B5 and little finger on the D6. Middle 4 strings only. So that's C7 sharp 5. So the first 2 bars go. Okay, then it goes F, D minor 7, G minor 7, and then we've got C7 sharp 9, and it just resolves into C7. So C7 sharp 9 is your second finger on the D2, second finger A3, third finger G3, and little finger on B4. And then just play B5 with the little finger as a resolve. So then back to F, D minor 7, G minor 7, then C7 just normal. C7 first finger barred from the A string at the 3rd fret, third finger D5, little finger B5, middle 4 strings. And then this next part, F, so we're in the first time bar, we're in bar 11. So F, and then that same chord that we did in the intro, A5 with G5 and B4. D flat 7, then move that down 1 fret to a C7. Hopefully that makes sense. So the first 8 bars, here we go, 3, 4. It then repeats and plays up to bar 10, and instead of doing bars 11 and 12 we jump to bars 13 and 14 and just go F to B flat, back to F. So that's the whole of the verse, so hopefully that makes sense. So bars 5 through to 12, and then you repeat back and play 5 to 10, jump over and play bars 13 and 14. So you've got first time and second time bars. That's the verse. We then go to a bridge, which sounds like this. Okay, so we've got G minor 7 to C7. Then we go up to this F major 9th. Lovely chord, I like major 9 chords. First finger on the D7, second finger on A8, third finger on B8, and little finger on the G9. So that's F major 6. And it resolves down to F6, which is your first finger B6, third finger on G7, second finger above it on the D7, and little finger on A8. So it goes F major 7, or sorry, F major 9 to F6. We then have an E7 chord, first finger B1, second finger on D6, third finger A7, little finger on the G7. With any of these chords you could do different inversions. If you already know an E7 shape, you can do that however you want. Any E7 works, right? So E7, it then jumps up a semitone to F7, back to E7. So E7 for 2 beats, F7 for 1 beat, E7 for 1 beat. So you've got then A minor 7, which is third finger across D, G and the B strings at the 5th fret. Second finger E5, muting off the A string. Then D minor 7 to G7. G7, I'm just borrowing my first finger on the 3rd fret. Second finger on G4, third finger A5. And then into bar 20 we have C major 7, which is your first finger A3, second finger G4, third finger D5, little finger on B5. So C major 7, going to a C sharp or a D flat diminished 7th. For that is first finger on G3, second finger A4, third finger D5, little finger G5, then D minor 7 to G7 to C7. Hopefully we've played all those chords. Okay, here we go, bridge, 3, 4. That takes us to the verse, which is basically the same as we did the first verse. It changes slightly. On bar 28 we've got a G minor 7 for a whole bar and then C7 for a whole bar. They're slightly longer than a whole bar, so you can just sort of like lay them out and then, so slightly longer than 4 beats. Okay, so kind of a bit freeform on those. So let's play this verse. Here we go, 3, 4. And then that goes on to the last one, which is the outro, which is basically the same as the intro. So we've got F, F7 over A, B flat, B diminished 7th, F over C, sort of D7 flat 9, D flat 7, C7, then F. And that's the whole song. Well, loads of chords in that song. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, it really does help me out. So press that subscribe button, press the thumbs up button as well, the like button and the notification button, all the buttons. And I do love to hear from you, so please leave me some comments in the comment section. Just say hi if you want to say hi. Let me know what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want the transcription for this, the music, the tabs, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Well, thanks for watching this. I do really appreciate it. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.